What is up, everybody? Scammer Shenanigans back again with a live stream highlight. I wanted to share this with you because I thought it was pretty funny at how desperate this guy was to try to close this scam. So this is a classic Microsoft pop-up scammer. And by the time this video starts, I will have already gone through the first round, which is the fake Microsoft technician, and I've been transferred over to my bank, or essentially the closer, for him to try to finish up the scam. But we know how well that's going to go for him. So sit back, relax, join in, and enjoy the shenanigans. If you like this kind of content, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you like, what you don't like. Anyways, I'll see y'all next time. Let's do this. Oh, look, he's got a recording playing.
Welcome to Bank of America. This call may be recorded. To get started, please say or enter your telephone access ID, card, or account number.
Repeat. Repeat.
Para servicio en español, marque 9.
No
For security,
español.
you must
No
provide
español.
required information to speak with an associate or use our automated service. If you need time to get that
Speak to a
information, say,
representative.
wait a moment, or press 1.
Speak
Otherwise,
to a
please say or
representative.
enter your
Oh,
telephone
God,
access
I hate
ID.
I hate these
or
damn
account number.
robots. Oh, God, I hate these stupid. Speak to a human. Hello? Speak to a representative.
Bank of America. This call may be recorded.
Hello? Oh, guys.
Thank you for calling Bank of America. This is Steve. How can I help you today?
Oh, hello, Steve. I was having a hard time there. I was transferred to you from Paul Smith at Microsoft. He gave me his employee ID number if you want it.
Yeah, please, can you share me that?
It's S6151PS.
All right. And what is it regarding about?
Well, my network and phone lines were hacked and my identity was stolen. They used my account apparently, and I need a high security on my account for a week.
You need a high security on your account for a week, right?
Yes, he said up to 1 week. I don't know what you're supposed to do though. You're the professional.
All right, no. All right, no worries. I'll do that.
No, I don't think it's
May I
very
have your
funny,
name?
Steve. My name is Linda Walker.
Your name is Linda Walker. And is there any middle initial into your name, miss?
No, I don't have a middle initial.
And may I have your zip code?
75042.
And the last four is of your social security number, please.
The last four of my social?
All right.
2366.
All right, just bear with me. Let me fetch your account details first, okay?
Okay.
And may I know, miss, like, do you do online banking with us?
I do. I do online banking.
All right. And you said that your account has been hacked, right?
Yes, that's what Paul Smith told me. My account was hacked and my phone lines were hacked.
All right. As you can see over here, miss, I got the information of your account in front of me. You are having a silver checking account ending with number 5875, and that you are having $5,256.20.
That's right.
And next to that, there is Encore savings ending with 2421, in that you are having $228,078.27, right?
That's correct, Steve. That's correct.
All right. All right. So you're telling me your account is being hacked and you do online banking with us. So did you check up your accounts?
I did check
Like
my
when that
accounts
person
earlier with
told you?
Paul. Me and Paul checked them together, and they were looking good.
Do you see anything suspicious? Any transaction that is not
Well, you know
recognized by
what?
you?
Now that I have you on the phone, you guys were supposed to have fixed this about a month or so ago, but this damn interest keeps going into my checking account. and I want it to go to my savings account. I don't know why it keeps on going to my checking account. I called with y'all and I thought I got it fixed, but now today I looked at my account and it says interest earned, 0.02. Do you want the confirmation number for this?
Yeah, sure, please.
Okay, it's 337-661-83344. And those are supposed to be going to my savings account. I thought we had fixed this.
And is it going to your checking account?
It's going to my checking account when it's not supposed to. It's the first one I've seen in a
Alright,
while, so I don't know if there's some sort of problem going on again.
All right, and you have done this changes over online or by physically going into the branch?
I called the number. I called this number and then I talked to somebody and they said they fixed it for me. But that was a month
when
or
was
so
that
ago.
A month ago.
It was a month ago, and it was working just fine until today, and I didn't even notice it until me and Paul looked at all this together. He said I could bring it up to you. I hope that's okay. I hope I'm not putting too much on your plate with the hacking and high security and now this.
All right, no worries. I'll do that for you too. No worries.
Okay.
I'll make sure that change will be done. And now, I just want you to make sure that the amount that I provided you, is that all correct, or did you see anything suspicious again in that?
No, the numbers you told me were correct. Hello?
Are you there?
I'm here, Steve.
All right, I was putting high securities onto your account, but I'm not unable to do that because the thing is, as you can see over here, that there's a transaction that is coming out of your account. And let me provide you the complete information. Like if you're having pen and a paper nearby to you, can you grab it?
Okay, I don't see another transaction coming out.
Yes, I believe that just because that you say that your account is being hacked, and that's why you're not able to see that, and it's a scheduled transaction. That means it's not deducted from your account yet, but it will be going to be deducted from your account in the next 2 hours from now onwards.
Oh, God.
If you have a pen and a piece of paper, or you can grab it, I'll provide you the complete information of this transaction.
Well, I'm ready. I have a pen and paper with me.
All right, first of all, let me tell you that this money is going out of your Encover savings account ending with number 2421, and this transaction is of amount of $20,000.
Oh, my God. That's a lot of money to be moving out of that account. I didn't buy anything for $20,000. And to be honest with you, I don't use my savings to buy anything. I transfer maybe to my checking or maybe to my children every once in a while, but never like that.
Let me tell you, miss, the information of this transaction, that this money is going for a merchant name, Pawn Hub, and the location is of China.
God. Those perverted people out there, I just don't understand. Okay, well, how do we cancel it?
First, I want to know about it from your side. That were you aware of this, or is there anyone else who can access your accounts apart from you, or who can do this?
Well, the awareness that I have from it is what you're telling me now, and from what Paul Smith was telling me earlier. I don't know anything about the corn hub. It keeps on talking about pawns and corn and.
No. It's P as in Peter, O as in Oscar, R as in Roger.
Oh, not this
N as in
again.
Nancy.
Not this again. I know. I don't have anything to do with that crap. That stuff is
or
made
is there
by
anyone else who can access your account?
Devil. It's made by the devil, Steve.
Right, I know that, miss, but I just want to make sure that because there are lots of people who are doing this kind of stuff. So that's why we don't know who is doing that or not. So we have to make sure about it. That have you done this or not? Or is there anyone else who can access your accounts in your absence?
No, nobody's accessing my accounts as far as I know.
Like in your family, like your children's, anyone has the access of your account?
No, I did tell Paul about my neighbor who uses my Wi-Fi, and if my Wi-Fi is getting hacked, is it possible that she could be hacking into it?
Yes, miss, it can be done because we have seen in previous cases that we
I'm about to
work
go
on
kick
these
down
kind of
her
cases.
door right now. I will kick down her damn door, and I don't know what I would do. I guess I wouldn't kick down her door, but I'll call the police. Is that the next step now, Steve? Is to call the police on my neighbor?
No, miss, because as in front of us, we don't have any name in front of us. We cannot blame anybody, and we don't have any proof that she is doing that. But yeah, we have seen in previous cases that most of the people who is trying to do these kind of things are from a known person. Like it can be your family, friends, relatives, or sometimes like some children who are doing just these kind of things for fun.
Oh, jeez, no, I'd be extremely surprised if my family was doing this. They're all pretty well off on their own.
All right, so you're telling me you are not aware of this kind of transaction and you haven't done this, right?
That's right. I don't know how many times I need to say that.
All right, miss. Because the thing is, miss, that's why I'm asking you because it's a recorded line, so we have to keep everything recorded so that in future, if you are gonna tell us,
okay.
they
Legally, it
understand.
has to be
So,
recorded.
right. So I'll do one thing. I'll cancel this transaction, and once I've done that, I'll let you know. It will gonna take me the next 2 or 3 minutes more. Okay, just stay on the line with me.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for being on hold, miss. You're
There we
still
go.
there?
I'm
Are you
here,
there?
Steve. I'm here.
All right. Miss, I was trying to cancel this transaction, but we cannot cancel this because the thing is, as I got to know over here that this transaction is a pre-approved, or you can say a pre-authorized transaction. Do you know the meaning of that, or should I
Uh,
tell you about it?
it seems like it's self-explanatory. It's approved prematurely.
Right. That means that if we're gonna see according to our bank server that the bank server says that this transaction is already authorized by you.
Oh
It's
no,
under
I did
your name.
not. I did not approve any $20,000, Steve Hawkins. That's a damn lie. If that's what your computer is telling you, it's lying to you.
Miss, let me tell you the complete information of this transaction that this transaction was first made at 4 o'clock this morning, and we have seen that you never paid any kind of money for pornography in your past. So we
Oh,
canceled that
I hate
transaction
that
at the
word.
same time. So we canceled the transaction at the same time. But what happened was that transaction take place again and again for 7 times, and we canceled them all. But for the eighth time, and that was of 4:30 a.m. this morning, that transaction took place. So we called you on your registered phone number with us, ending with number 1563. We call on this number. That was an automatic call. Like if you want to approve this transaction, please press one, and if you want to cancel this transaction, please press two.
Well,
But
I did
in
have a
our
couple of
records,
missed calls, but I have not read the messages yet.
no, it's an automatic. It was an automatic call, and in our records, it seems that someone picked up the phone and pressed the number one, and that's how this transaction come pre-approved by your
At
name.
4 in the morning, I have no recollection of this. Maybe it's possible I woke up and did it and fell back asleep. I don't know.
Miss, in these kind of cases, like if the transaction is already authorized by you, then we don't have any authorization to cancel this transaction, or we cannot put any kind of dispute on it. Even if there is any kind of transaction coming out of your account, then
Well,
I
what
hope you
the
know we cannot close your account or we cannot put a hold on your account.
what the hell am I supposed to do then? I don't want to just give away. I can't just sit around and let $20,000 just go away. I can't. I don't want to do that.
I understand your situation, but now what I will do is, first of all, is we need to raise this complaint against with the Federal Trade Commission about it, so that we can get involved with them, and they might be having some kind of information to resolve this kind of cases. Because yeah, your call has been landed over the fraud and department. And we work for only for these kind of cases. Like,
Okay.
may I know, like you are facing this kind of problem for the first time?
Oh, well, like I told Paul, I had a call about it was oh Lord, it was maybe 5 or 6 years ago that I got in trouble for. I had gotten it's so embarrassing to talk about it. But I had gotten scammed and I had to go to so many different stores to pay for stuff and but that's the only time I
Mhm.
had kind of fallen for something. I've become a lot smarter about it now, though. Luckily.
Mhm. All right. Let me tell you, miss. Just what I'll do is I'll simply gonna raise a complaint about it with the Federal Trade Commission. But
Uh
before
huh.
raising that case, I just need some of your information to forward it to them. First, I just want to know, like, did you make any kind of travels in your recent 5 to 6 months, like internationally or domestic?
No, I don't travel. I don't have any legs.
All right. And did you made any kind of did you met any person, any strangers with whom you had shared your personal information or your social information?
No.
Or did you filled any kind of online forms with your financial information?
No. Other than years ago, I remember filling that form for that thing I got in trouble for, but no.
All right. And one more thing, did you lost any kind of money online over betting website or any kind of state issued ID in
No,
the past few months?
I do not bet.
Mm-hmm. All right. No worries. And I just wanted to make sure a last thing that did you suspect anybody who was trying to follow you or getting information, was trying to gather information from you?
No, I'm suspicious about my neighbor now, but I have never I'd never had a reason to suspect this was happening to me, if that's what you're asking.
All right. And if you want to go anywhere, how do you go how do you go anywhere?
I use that Uber app.
All right. No worries, miss. What I'll do is first of all, miss, I just wanted to let you know that you said me that you have to go somewhere for an appointment, but yeah, it will be gonna take some more time. So if it is possible that you can postpone it for a few next 1 or 2 hours, so that will be much better for me.
Oh God. Oh, okay.
All right. So I'll just raise a complaint against it with the Federal Trade Commission and let me talk to them and let me check how can I help you in this. Okay.
What was that one more time?
Let me talk to the Federal Trade Commission. We're gonna send this file to the Federal Trade Commission about it, and maybe they will be having some ways to cancel it because yeah, it's all done. Because I hope you understand that the hackers have used all the way your identity to approve this transaction.
Okay, so the FTC
So-
has to be involved.
Right, correct, miss.
Okay, well, I'll do what I have to do, but I do not like dealing with the government. I hate it. I don't.
Miss, but
I
yeah, in
don't
this
trust
kind
them.
of cases, they help us.
I don't trust them. Not one
But
bit.
no worries, you don't have to deal with them. You have to deal with me only, okay?
Okay. Okay.
All right. Just bear with me for a few minutes.
Steve.
Yes, I'm here, miss.
Oh, okay. I was just making sure we did not get disconnected. Things are getting
All
pretty
right, let me tell
hot
you,
and
I just
heavy
got
right
one
now.
more information. I just got one more information for you that the
Okay.
hackers, whoever the person is, because we don't know as of now that who exactly that person is. We cannot blame anybody at this point, and we cannot trust anybody at this situation. And I just got one more information that the hackers have used your account to buy some kind of bitcoins from your accounts. Like, I hope, have you heard about a cryptocurrency or something like that?
I've heard about cryptocurrency in the news, but
Yeah.
I am not
So the
involved with
hackers
it.
have used.
Isn't that what they used to buy drugs on the on? That's
No,
what did
miss.
CNN say? It was the dark internet.
No. It's not like that. It's just like that. The Bitcoin is they had put it some kind of investments on the Bitcoin from your money. That's what they have done.
Oh, they made investments for me.
Not for you, for
Oh.
themselves.
Oh my God! For $20,000, that's a pretty heavy investment.
Right. And now I just wanted to ask you one more thing. That when was the last time you went into any of your branch, any of your local branch, by physically,
My local branch. What do you mean?
like any of your local branch nearby to your Bank of America?
Oh, I had to deposit a check a couple of weeks ago, but that's it.
A couple of weeks ago.
Uh-huh.
And when do you know anybody personally into any of your local branch, any of your nearby Bank of America branch?
No, I'm not friendly with them. It was a very distasteful interaction, honestly. They had called it was a whole scene, Steve. Okay, so I had gone in there, okay, and I had a
Alright.
check for $5,000. I was being hired to be a secret shopper. Do you know what that is?
No, I'm not aware of it, but
So,
yeah, I can find it.
I basically get hired to go into stores and do shopping and evaluate the stores, like the mood, how the employees are, the lighting, the music. So I had gotten this check from a fellow who had hired me. And then when the check got to me, I went and cashed it. I believe it was $5,000. I think that's what it was. And I was supposed to use $300 to shop, $700 for myself, and then the rest was supposed to be sent to a third party. But they refused to cash a check as they said it was potentially a fraudulent check. And I got into it with the young man at the desk. He was not very polite from the second I walked in there, honestly. He was looking at me with those dirty little beady eyes. I could still see them. They looked all black and brown, and he just gave me the goose pimples. Anyways, I was yelling at him, and his manager came up, and she was nice until she said, I don't remember what she said. She said something, and I threw a pen at her, and then they called the police on me, and they decided not to press charges, but I'm not allowed to go to that branch anymore, which is unfortunate, and I lost my secret shopper job, which would have been great. But there is a couple other branches around me that if I needed to go, I could still go, but it was just a very traumatic experience.
All right. Let me tell you why I'm asking these kind of questions, because as I was having words with the Federal Trade Commission about it, and they just got to know about some of the information they're suspecting some of the locations. The first one is, let me provide it to you, is 534 Centennial Boulevard.
What is this? What are you telling me?
It's a location from where they are suspecting some locations. The first one is 534 Centennial Boulevard.
I don't know what the hell that is.
And the second one is 551 South Planner Road.
I don't know what the hell that is either.
And the last one is 1913 South Garland Avenue.
No, that's my city, but I don't know that address.
All right. Now, let me tell you about these locations. These all three are the branches of the Bank of America.
Okay. Well, what does that mean?
And from these locations that they are suspecting that from these locations, your account is being accessed from the past 3 days again and again.
Oh,
that means
what?
If you are there
from the Bank of America?
Right. That means if you are there, then anyone can access your accounts in your presence, any of the bank person. But yeah, if you're not there,
you think that guy is probably doing that? You know what? He had those beady little eyes that I just cannot trust. You think he could be doing this? What was his name? Oh, what was his damn name? I think it was. Oh God, I can't think of his name. Larry? Harry? It was something Ree. Are you able to look that up for me?
Can you please tell me what was the branch location of that one where you visited last time?
Oh, I don't know. I would have to look it up. Let me look it up. I just typed it in on Maps, and then I gave it to I typed it into Uber from there, and then they took me there.
All right. Can you please check that? What was the location of that branch?
Okay, let's see. I typed in Bank of America near me. And I just picked the first one that was up. It was a little bit of a drive. I believe it was this one, actually, because it was right on the other side of the lake. Okay. Yes, yep, that's it. That's the one I walked into. But those pictures are right.
Or what is the address? Mm-hmm. All right.
That's where I went.
But we are not getting. But we are not suspecting this one. But it's not out of them.
Okay. What does that mean?
All right. That means these locations that are provided, that these three addresses are from the nearest branch of your location of the Bank of America. And from these locations, your account is being accessed from the past 3 days. And if you are not there, then no one has a right to access your account.
Well, you're damn right. You're damn right about that, Steve. Thank you.
I don't know, have you heard about it or not? But later, few like a year ago, there was a news like one of a local branch of Chase Bank. Some of the culprit from the branch has sold the details of their customers to hackers for some amount of money. I'm not sure that's the same thing going on over here or not, but yeah, it can be possible that someone from the branch has tried to do this kind of stuff.
Oh, God. So they're just packing up information and just selling it?
It might be possible, but yeah, we cannot blame anybody at this point because we don't have any particular name in front of me.
Oh, my God. Well, what do I need to do now? Do I need to go to those locations and talk to them?
No, no, no. That will not be a solution because no one gonna accept like that. Yeah, I'm the one who is doing that. No one gonna accept that.
Well, I'll go in there. I'll start throwing pins at everybody. I really don't care,
No,
Steve.
no.
I want to make
I'll
sure
not. I'll
this
not.
gets solved.
No, no, no. I'll not recommend you that. Gonna definitely gonna solve it for you. Like I just wanted to know one more thing. Like if you want to go anywhere, like any of your branches, how do you go there? You use the Uber app, right?
Uh-huh, that's right. Uber.
And for walking, do you use any kind of walker or something?
I have a electric wheelchair. I spent a lot of money on it, but it's a very portable electric wheelchair. I'm able to maneuver it over my lap and kind of pop it out to the street, and I just hop in and I'm able to ride off. It cost me a few $1,000s, but boy, was it worth it.
All right. No worries. Now I want to ask you about the story, like because I want to make sure that the person whom you're talking from the Microsoft, what did like how you got in touch with them and how you got to know your account is being hacked or anything like that. How can you tell me the whole story, like what happened at that time?
What are you talking about with Paul?
Right, like how you got in touch with them.
Well, it was a pop-up from Microsoft that came on my computer. I was shopping for my dogs on that Chewy
Mhm.
website. And then it says my account was blocked and it had his phone number. It showed my city on there. And then he told
Mhm.
me to hold down these keys and download this server program, I believe he said, and then he did scans and he showed me these hacker addresses, but it didn't show addresses. It just showed a bunch of numbers, honestly. And then now I'm here
Mhm.
talking to you.
All right. Now let me tell you one thing, miss. Now the first thing is we cannot trust anybody at this point, not at the branch, not anywhere outside the branch too, because yeah, it can. We have seen in our previous cases that it can be anyone, that it can be any shopkeeper who is trying to do that,
Okay.
or might be someone who is trying to follow you. Because the thing is, what the hacker do is the hacker cannot do all these kind of stuff while sitting in a different country. They have to like there is someone who is nearby to you, like in a 5 to 10 kilometer radius, who is who is helping the hackers to the
Oh,
different
God.
countries.
I'm getting very suspicious about my neighbor now. My neighbor or that little greasy boy at the Bank of America. That
Because look, miss, what we
beady-eyed
will
little
do is
boy.
once we solve this case, once we save your money, then we will be having a period of like a 24 hours to 48 hours. In that period, we can track down the hackers, and
What P
once we
word?
get the hacker,
You said there's
like
a P
once we
word in
solve this,
between each.
no, no,
Uh,
no, I'm telling you that there's once we cancel this transaction, once we save your money, then we will be having a time period of 24 to 48 hours in which we can track down the hackers. And once we track down the hackers, might be in 2 or 3 days when we're going to call you into like a nearby police station to identify that person, because we have seen that some of the person are from
oh,
like
God.
known person.
I cannot wait for that day then, Steve. I cannot wait to come face to face with the son of a bitch that's doing this to me. This is just a massive headache for me.
All right. Now, let's come to that part by how we're going to save your money and how we can cancel it. Because the thing is, as of now, you have to keep that into your mind that you have two things in front of you. Like, first, you can save your money to go anywhere out of your account, and second, you will lose that money. That's the only thing
I don't want to lose
is
any money here, Steve. I don't want to lose anything.
and right. And another thing is because yeah, it's your hard-earned money. It's every single penny matters, right? And the second thing is that you have to keep that into your mind that all of the thing that you are doing or you will be going to do, you have to do it for yourself, not for me.
Well, yes, of course. This is my money and I want it now.
Right. Because like what we have seen in like the most of the customers say no, it's your fault. They blame us to do like for these kind of stuffs.
Uh-huh.
That it's your responsibility that if something went wrong, you will be liable for it. But yeah, if yeah, we can say that yeah, we will be liable for it, but for some circumstances, not for
Oh,
every
you're
time.
saying that you're liable for this? Is that you're going to help me out because you're liable for this?
No, no, no. As of now, I can help you to secure your money. But yeah, if you want to do everything by your own, like sometimes if you're gonna do by your own, you don't need any kind of my help. Then we are not liable for it.
Uh, okay, so I
That's
want to
what
make it to where I'm not liable. I want you to be liable.
Perfect. Now, let me tell you what we're gonna do is first we have to like as it said that the hackers have used your account to make investments in a Bitcoin, right?
Is that the cryptocurrency
Correct.
jumbo
The
you were
crypt-
talking about?
right. The Bitcoin is a you can say a currency of cryptocurrency.
So
It's a
what does
digital
that mean?
currency.
So did they just have it inside of a briefcase with them or something?
No, 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 miss. It's like a digital money.
Oh, I don't even know how that works. It doesn't make any sense to me.
All right, no worries. I'll tell you each and everything. So first of all, what we have to do is we have to make your account encrypted. Like, do you know the meaning of encryption, or have you heard about it, or familiar with that word, encryption?
It sounds like passwords, like a lot of passwords.
Correct. Correct. You're near about it. Like, encryption means putting a layer of security onto anything. It can be your money that is over the internet. It can be your account that is over the online internet. It can be your identity that is over the internet. Because it's a
Okay.
case of identity theft, so we have to encrypt your identity and your account both. And there's a condition like if any transaction is coming out of your account, then we cannot able to encrypt your account. So once we cancel this transaction, then we have to encrypt your account too, so that in future you will not going to face this problem again. But first thing is how we're going to cancel this transaction so that we can encrypt your account. Now, to
Okay.
cancel this transaction, we have to make a encrypted duplicate transaction. Do you know the meaning of that?
An encrypted
Duplicate transaction.
duplicate transaction. I don't even know. It sounds like just explain it to me. I don't understand.
All right, no worries. I'll do that. Like, if, like, for example, you are shopping on any kind of like, if you're shopping on Walmart, like, do you use Walmart?
I go to Walmart to shop.
Or, all right, can you tell me, like, do you do online shopping?
Yes, I online shop at Amazon and Chewy. Those are the really two main places.
All
And
right.
Craigslist. I do get on Craigslist from time to time. I like
All
to
right. For
find some
example, let's take
secondhand
the
things.
Amazon.
As a matter of fact, I have not checked over there yet today. I like to look at the free stuff and see what's going
All
on there. And I'm gonna go ahead and
all
double
right, let's
check
take the
that actually.
example of the.
So this, okay. Oh look,
All right.
pets.
For
I
let's
thought you
take
weren't
the
able to sell
example.
pets on Amazon or on Craigslist. Oh, look at that little puppy. Do you see that guy, Steve? That's a cute little guy.
No, we don't have any access to your computer, miss. I cannot
Oh,
see
okay.
anything.
I apologize. Well, just take my word for it. It's a cute little dog. Oh wow. I don't want a snake. I'm sorry.
All right.
What are we
Now,
supposed to be doing here, Steve?
all right. Now let me tell you. Let me take an example of Amazon. Like, if you are shopping something over the Amazon, like if you had made two transactions for the same amount for the same product for the same merchant at the same time, then I believe you might get the call. Like, the bank will gonna call you that you had made two transactions at the same time. So, do you want to go through both the transaction? Do you want to cancel one of them, or do you want one of them should go through? Right.
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna
Right.
pretend I
That's
know
the
what you're
same thing. Like,
talking about.
all right, let me tell you again. Like, for example, you had shop from Amazon for two products, like for the two
Okay.
same like, sorry, it's one product, and you had paid two times to that same product
Okay.
to the
Oh,
same
okay,
merchant.
okay.
So the bank will gonna cancel one of them automatically, or they will gonna call you that do you want to approve both of them should go through, or one of them should go through, or none of them should go through.
Okay. Okay, that does make sense then. Yeah, that does make sense.
Right. That what the duplicate transaction means. That means if we're gonna do the same thing at 2 times, like if we're gonna make the same thing that what the hackers do, then we will be having authorization to cancel both of them, or to cancel one of them, or to approve both of them.
Okay.
Like
Oh,
we will be having a chance.
that makes a lot of sense, actually. Okay. Okay. So it kind of triggers it, so I can go ahead and get approval to take care of them both.
Right. And for that, what we have to do is, Miss, we cannot do it over online because the hackers haven't done this thing online. So what we have to do is, I can tell you I can only guide you. You have to do everything by yourself because I cannot do anything on behalf of you. So the recommendation from my side, that the process, what you can do is, you have to go to any of your nearby local branch of Bank of America. You can go to anyone.
Okay. Well, I'm definitely not
You
going back to that one with that son of a bitch in there.
No, it's not totally up to you. You can go to anyone. Then you have to tell them, I need to withdraw $20,000 from my account, from my savings account, in the form of cash.
Okay.
And why not the cashier check? Because the cashier check has a unique number on it. Every cashier check has a number on
can
it.
I just send it somewhere? I don't want to walk around with $20,000.
No. I'll tell you. First, let me complete. Then you can ask me anything, whatever into your mind. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Then you will get the cash. You don't have to take the cashier check because the cashier check has a unique number on it, and we cannot trust anybody into the branch. So whosoever the person who is trying to help the hackers can duplicate the cashier check. So you have to take the cash with you. Then I will provide a location nearby to you. It will be not that much far from your location. It will be like under 1 or 2 kilometers nearby to you. There, you will find a machine.
What is a kilometer? How far is a kilometer from me? Is that a long way?
No, it's not around. It's around 1 or 2 miles away.
Oh, okay. That makes a lot more sense to me.
Yeah. So once you get the $20,000 cash into your hand, then you will go to a different location that I'll provide you. At that location, you will find a machine that is called, you can say, a cryptocurrency machine.
Okay, a cryptocurrency machine.
Right, from which you can buy the bitcoins too, from which you can also do that same thing which the hackers have done.
So I have to hack myself?
No. It's not like that. You will be doing the transaction that the hackers have already done a transaction from your account. So that means you are doing the same thing that the hackers have done. And once you will do that thing, then we will be having an option to cancel both of them at the same time. And that means
you said they're very close to me. What if I end up using the same ATM that they used, and then they transferred again, and I have to do a triple? What if I have to do a triple?
No, miss. It's not like that. These kind of machines, this work globally. It's not like a particular location. These machines work globally.
But I thought the hacker was in 5 to 10 kilometers of me.
But yeah, they can do this thing by anywhere.
So I'm just so confused. So he took my money, and then he went somewhere else and used it for a crypto coin or whatever you called it, and then he came back, or she. It could be my damn neighbor. I don't know actually.
Right, because the thing is, these machines work globally. Like if you are doing this, the hackers can also do this by that machine, or they can do this by any other machines too, and you can also do this by any other machines.
Okay, so what do I do when I'm at the machine?
Once you get at the machine, then you will be gonna deposit this money, that the $20,000 cash into your hand. You will be depositing that money into that machine, and once you deposit the money into the machine, then what happened will the transaction will be automatically get canceled, and the money that you are putting in that machine will be automatically back into your account. That means you.
Well, how's that tied to Bank of America though? Is it a Bank of America crypto machine?
No, miss. It's not like that because.
Well, how are they going to track it back to my account if I just put cash in there, not a unique cashier's check, like you said? How is it going to go straight back to my account?
Because the machine will gonna ask your information. You have to put your information over there. You don't have to put any other person information. That machine will gonna take your name. It will gonna ask for your name, your mobile phone number, maybe, then it will gonna scan your driver license, and then it will gonna take your voice recognition, your face recognition, and your fingerprint too.
Oh,
So that
I'm
means
not
you
I'm
are
not too comfortable with this. I don't want to be putting all that information into that machine, Steve. I already
no, no,
have
no,
trouble with the
miss.
government. I have trouble with
Uh-huh.
just selling my information like that. I don't
No,
know.
no, miss. That's what
Can
I'm
I just
telling you.
transfer
You
this
have,
somewhere? Can we just do a transfer type of thing?
miss. If that will be possible, I will definitely gonna do that. But yeah, it will. You have to do it by your own. That's what I told you before.
Okay, well
You don't have to
I
worry
could do a
about the
transfer
information. That
instead.
will be my
As long as I'm
responsibility.
not putting in my fingerprints and my face and all that
All right.
crap into there.
I'll make sure what you have to do is I'll make sure that I will find that machine because the thing is, three things is most important, like your cell phone number and your driver license
They're not
and
getting
you.
my driver's license either, Steve. I can tell you that much. It has information on there.
Miss, that's what I'm telling you. That it's my responsibility. Then, if you are going through this way,
Well, what's
then
the
every
other
information
option?
that you,
Well, what's the other option then? You said there was something about
miss,
my liability.
that's the only thing, miss. If the
Oh,
other option is if
well,
you
what was
want to
that whole
do by
liability
your own.
spiel about earlier? Okay, well,
Because the thing is, miss, that's my responsibility. That yeah, if you are doing this thing, then it's my responsibility. Then it's I will be liable for each of your identification, each of your identity, and each of your money. Then I will be liable for that.
okay,
That's my promise.
okay. So I just, I'm not very comfortable, Steve, with putting my face and fingerprints into this machine.
No, 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 miss. That's what I'm telling. That it will be my responsibility. I will be liable for that. Okay.
Well, what does that even mean? You're liable for my face and fingerprints?
Yeah. If anything went wrong, if anyone get your information, that because that's what I told you. Like remember that I told you before. I told
Okay.
you before that your phone lines are not secured, right?
Uh-huh.
So make sure that line got not disconnected. So because the thing is, if you got disconnected, I might be not possible to contact you again. So make sure the phone lines not got disconnected. And now remember one thing, as I told you, that once we cancel this transaction, then we will be putting encryption onto your account, onto your identity too. Not on. I'm not telling you
Okay.
about the account only. So that means your identity is also secured at the same time once we cancel it. So don't worry about it.
Okay.
All right. That's what I'm telling you. That's what means that I'm liable for it. Because
So
once we done this, it
it
will be automatically encrypted.
sends my stuff to the government and you talk to the government to get it taken down?
No, don't think like it's going to the government. Just
Well,
keep
I
that in
told you
mind
I
that
don't
you
trust the
are
government. I don't care if it's
right.
red or
That's why.
blue. I don't give a damn. I don't trust it.
All right. That's why I'm telling you that it's not going to the government. You can say that is totally that information is just used for that your money that you're depositing into that machine is going to your
Oh.
account.
Oh, then it gets
It's
thrown
just for
away
that
after.
purpose.
Okay. Well, you should have told me that in the beginning, Steve. That makes me feel a lot better. I thought it was
All
stored
right.
in a
So you got it now.
database and
No, 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 no. It's
held
just
on
for your
to and
identification.
okay. Okay. So I need to
So
go to
that
my
the
bank,
money will be sent it over. Right. Now,
tell them
few
I have
things you have to keep
hackers,
that
and
into your
then
mind.
withdraw 20,000, and then take it to the crypto bank. So
No,
I need to let them know though what exactly is
no, no,
going
no, no,
on,
no.
right?
No, that's the few things that you have to keep that into your mind. You have to go to the branch. You have to be on the call with me each and every time. Like I will be on the call with you to guide you everything. I will not hang up the line from my side.
Well, I have to hang up to use the Uber because this phone is very unique and it doesn't let me do multiple things at one time.
Right. But yeah, first let me tell you everything, okay?
Okay.
Once you get into the branch, you don't have to tell anybody that you have been hacked or you're talking to me or anything like about it.
Okay.
Because we don't know who that person is from the branch. And it could
Oh,
be
that's right.
anyone from any branch.
You said it's coming from one of the branches. That's what you said, right?
Right. And then what you have to do is if you have to tell them I need to withdraw $20,000 in the form of cash from my savings account, and maybe the teller or maybe the person whosoever the person in that branch is going to ask you that why you need this kind of money, then you have to what you were gonna say to them.
Well, that I have to do a duplicate encrypted transaction and take it to a crypto
That's
machine.
what I told you. That's what I told you. You cannot tell them about this.
Oh, I thought you said. Oh my gosh, this is. Well, I'd be lying. I'm not very good at lying, Steve.
Let me tell you, like you have to give them an excuse that looks real in front of them. Like you can say, I need to buy a vintage car, or I need to do some kind of renovation of my home, or something like that.
What if I'm buying a boat? Wait, there's a lake around us. I could buy a boat.
Or you can say that, like, I had some kind of medical emergency.
I don't like that one. I don't like to lie about that stuff and put that hard juju stuff on me.
Or you can say them that, like, I just need kind of medical requirements for it.
No, that's still medical. I think I'm gonna tell them I'm buying a boat. I'm gonna tell them I'm buying 2 boats, actually, because that'll make more sense. Two $10,000 boats.
You have to keep that in your mind, that you have to give them a reason that looks real in front of them, because if they got to know that you're aware of this, so
Well,
whosoever
that's
the
real.
person
I mean,
will,
I'm sure they'll believe it. They'll see how much money is in my account, and they'll know that I can
yeah,
afford
but the
it.
thing is, miss, what the bank people do is, because they don't provide that much of cash to a particular person.
Okay, well then I will tell them I'm gonna buy $4,000 or $5,000 motorcycles then.
You have no, miss. That's no, that will not be. It's not gonna work.
Oh, jeez, this is so hard coming up with this stuff.
Wait, just give me a moment. Give me a moment. Let
then,
me find.
I could say I'm adopting a couple of full breed dogs. Now some of those dogs are pretty. I could say I'm getting a herd of dachshunds. Those things go for about 2,000 each. So if I got 10 of them, I could say that I'm a professional dog trainer for dog shows, and I need to spend $20,000 on a new set of dogs to train for this new round of competitions coming up next year. And the dachshunds, they do pretty well. Do you think that's good, Steve?
Perfect.
Okay.
That's perfect. Can you tell me one thing? Like, when was the last time you when was the last time you withdraw the money from your account in the form of cash?
Made a cat? Oh, I don't even know. I rarely do cash withdrawals. I couldn't even tell you a date.
And what was the largest amount that you had withdrawn till now?
I don't know. It was maybe a couple $100.
All right. So no worries. That reason that you're telling me, that's perfect. You can tell them that, yeah, I'm doing this kind of stuff, and for that I need to withdraw $20,000. But yeah, you have to make sure that you don't have to tell anybody about this thing and anything about it.
Okay. So do not talk about the hacking attempt.
Correct. And once you're done talking to them, you just have to come outside of the branch. You have to tell me that, yeah, I have got the cash, and then I'll provide the location of nearby to you. Then you have to go there. Okay.
Okay.
And now I just want to ask you one thing: that is there anything that is coming into your mind? Any questions? Any confusions? Any doubts?
Well, what do I tell my Uber driver? They always ask me, how my day is going and what am I doing.
That's totally up to you, because the thing is, Miss, as I told you,
so
you cannot trust anybody.
Okay.
So,
well, then I'll tell. I just have to get it off my chest. So maybe I'll talk to my Uber driver about it, and then I'll I'll let him know what's going on. And he's just an Uber driver, and I'll give him a good tip.
No. I'll not recommend you that. Don't share this to anybody.
Oh. Well,
because
I texted my son earlier and said I got hacked. Is that okay?
Miss, you don't have to do that, because, as you say, that your phone lines are not secure, so the hackers will got to know that you're aware of it.
Okay. Well, I'll tell him never mind then.
All right. Now, so do you have any confusions into your mind? Because you have to keep that into your mind, that if something like, it's your money, you have to do.
It is my damn money.
Right. So you just have to keep that into your mind. Either you can save it, or either you're gonna lose it.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely not gonna lose it. If I have to go and go to the police and track down this son of a bitch, I'll do that too. I don't care. I'm getting it. I don't even care if I don't get it back. Honestly, I'm just gonna catch the scumbag that's doing this.
You don't have to go to the police. That we will do it for you. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna make a call to the police after this. Honestly, I mean that's probably
But yeah,
one government
your phone
organization that
lines are
I
not
trust.
secure. As I say, that your phone lines are not secure, so you don't have to do it.
Well, then I'll go to my neighbor's house and I'll use her cell phone, and it'll be okay. Don't worry,
Yes.
I'll be safe about that part, Steve. You don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, because I'll not recommend you. Because the thing is, look, the police also don't have any kind of name in front of them. They cannot find anybody because
Oh, they
we are
could talk
doing
to
that.
the FBI. The FBI can. I
These
once saw this
they-
story on YouTube. This guy, he had been stealing credit card numbers from stores all around the United States, and the FBI could not find this guy and they were tracking his digital signatures, like they said, and they caught him off of one little slip up by not logging in to something without they called it a secured network. He did it one time, and that's how he got 20 years of scamming lost. So I think they could find this guy. I really do.
What I'll do is, miss, I'll just recommend you that these kind of things just
Let me look
leave
this
it on
up,
us.
actually. FBI phone number. That's a good idea now that I think about it. They can come in here and get on my computer and figure it out.
No, miss. That's what I'm telling you. These kind of things, leave it us on. Once we done this, we will be having a time period of track down the hackers, and we will gonna give you the results of that.
Oh, gosh.
That's
Okay,
what
well,
I told you. Once we've
I
done
got
this,
the
then we will
I
be
got the
having a period.
FBI number, so whenever I'm done here, I'll get my Uber going, and when I'm
Yeah,
in the Uber, I'll
once we
talk to the
cancel
FBI.
transaction, right? Once you cancel this transaction, then you can involve them. But yeah, until then, do not do
Okay.
not call anybody.
Let me
All
write
right?
down this number. Okay, I'm gonna write down the FBI number, and then as soon as I get off the phone with you, Steve, I'll go ahead and give them a call, and then I'll call my Uber.
Miss, I'm telling you again and again the same thing. Once we cancel this transaction, once we save your money, then you can do it by your own. Because as I told you before, that if you're gonna do it by your own, then you will not be able to track down the hackers.
Uh-huh.
We also have to find that whosoever the culprit from the branches, we have to track down that person too. So that's why it's just my request that don't do anything by your own until we cancel this.
Okay, so what should I tell the FBI then? That I got hacked and my phone
You
lines
don't.
were
No, you
were
don't
hacked?
have to call anybody. It's just
Well,
not. I will
I
not
think
recommend
we
you.
established I'm gonna do that. I have to do that after watching those the television stories. I was just really blown away with how well they handle these kinds of situations, and
I
now that it's kind of
understand,
evolved
but
to
we are
this from a
also working
simple
over here,
pop-up, I
right?
think it's justified to call the FBI about this.
Right, but I believe you can see that over here we are also working on your case, so
Okay.
we will gonna find it. So that's why I'm recommending you, because the thing is we don't have that much of time to do all this thing, because already we are talking over here from the more than a half an hour, and as I told you that this is a scheduled transaction, that means it will be deducted from your account within the next 1.5 hour, I believe. So we have to do it as soon as possible, right?
Okay.
So you just have to make sure that you have to believe in us. And what
Well,
I'll do is
don't
once
worry,
you can,
Steve. This is not a question of your competence. I believe that you are a very smart man, and you have most definitely 100% intentions of helping me. I mean, you kind of explained things in a way that I don't even understand. Honestly, it's all justified on your end. I do need to make sure that that I do call the FBI. I'm just gonna have to do that.
right. The thing is, if you're gonna call them, right? Just suppose you are you're calling them, and
Okay.
your phone lines are hacked, and if the hackers got to know that you are aware of it, because as of now you're on the secure line from the Microsoft, and
Uh-huh.
once you got
Well, I thought it was
disconnected,
Bank
that
of
means you're not
America.
on.
I thought it was
No,
Bank
it's
of America.
from it's from the Microsoft secure line number. It's your
Oh,
call is
okay.
transferred. All right. So
Okay.
now get back to that. That if you're gonna call anybody from your phone, just suppose you're calling anybody from your phone, the hackers will got to know that you're talking to someone about this, and if they are got to know that you're aware of it,
Well, they would get
they
pretty
will
scared
try
if
to
the
find
FBI was watching them.
no, they will find any other way to approve this transaction by anyhow.
Well,
Might be they're
but
gonna
that's
find
the
some
thing,
other
though.
way.
But then the FBI could still track them down, right?
Right, but they cannot get your money back. You will
I
not get the
mean,
money. You'll not get the transaction canceled. Then
well, they could
that's
look at
what I'm
all.
telling you.
They could review all the blockchains, can't they? Is that what it is? I mean, a lot of that stuff is public if it's Bitcoin.
That's what I'm telling you, miss. Like, if you're gonna call anybody, like
You know
suppose,
what? I think I'm
might
just gonna go that route, Steven. I do appreciate your help, but it seems like there's a lot of routes that I can take to actually get that money back and find the individual.
miss, that's what I'm telling you. That these kind of thing can be helped by the Federal Trade Commission and with the cybersecurity that we are working over here in the fraud department, because the FBI doesn't have any kind of name in front of them, and in the meanwhile, while they were tracking down them, in the meanwhile, you will lose your money and you will not get the money back into your account. That's what I was telling you
Well,
before.
I mean, at this point, it's kind of the principle of the whole thing. $20,000. I mean, yes, that sucks, but it's a drop in the bucket as to what I have on this account and outside of Bank of America. But I want to catch the son of a bitch, and I want to see him and look in his face and look at his beady little eyes. If it's that guy at Bank of America.
But yeah, so how can you believe that? Yeah, you will get to know. How can you believe that that will be tracked? That will be taken down.
Well, I mean, if Bank of America can do it, I believe the FBI could.
Right, we
I
can.
mean,
It could, not sure, right? But
it
what
could.
if you lose your money? That's what I'm
true.
telling you.
That's a
Right?
strong point there, Steve. It's could. It's not set in stone,
Because
huh?
it's not any other's money. It's your hard-earned money.
Yeah, it definitely is. But
So yeah,
what
you
is the
have to
process
think
though?
that.
What is the process though after this? I mean,
All right, let me tell you. Once we're done this,
how do you trace him down? What do you look at?
all right. Once we're done this, once we cancel this transaction, all right, then your account is being encrypted. Once we done this, your account is also automatically got encrypted. That means the hacker will not gonna access your account again. And
Okay.
we change some of the IP addresses of your information, so that means the hackers cannot get into it. And if that person is trying to get into your account again, if they like make the attempt on it, then we will be having an address of their IP address, because as of now they're using your identity to do all this thing.
Okay,
But
but
yeah,
how do you find
if your
I
account,
just want to know what your process is to find the individual.
all right, let me tell you. Once we done that, once we cancel it, then like as of now, the hackers are using all the way your information to get into this thing. And once we encrypt your account, then the hackers will made an attempt to get into your account, right?
They will, I bet.
Right. So that means in that time they will not gonna they will not gonna access to your account. Then at that period we will be having the IP address of the hackers who is trying to make an attempt, and then we can find the location of it. And once we find that location, then we gonna call the FBI to find that person.
Well, how do you get their IP address? I'm sure if they're hacking me and going to this extent, they're probably using
Because
a couple of proxies. I'm sure
as of now,
they've got a couple of proxies up right now. They're probably not even. They're probably using a satellite dish on the side of their house that's picking up the Dairy Queen Wi-Fi from a couple miles down the road just to connect, and then they probably encrypt that connection, wouldn't they? Isn't that pretty hard to track?
No, it's not like that, miss. That's what I'm telling. Like as you're believing the FBI, right? So that's the same thing. What we are doing is, once we get the cancel, once we get calls canceled from your account, once we encrypt your account, then we can have words with the FBI about it, and we can share all the information with the FBI about it.
Well, it just sounds like
That's
you're a
what we're gonna
middleman
do.
here at this point. If you're going to take that information and give it to the FBI, I might as well just call them.
Because the thing is, we're gonna work with your banking things. And once we save your banking information, once we save your money to go, and once you save your identity to go to the hackers, then we can involve any other person or any other FBI.
But it seems like the FBI would just be able to cut every single line, retrieve money, and just put it back in the bank for me.
No, in these kind of cases, it's not only you can. I believe it's that into your mind that it's not done by the FBI only. Sometimes the Federal Trade Commission also do these kind of things, and they have to be involved.
The Federal Trade Commission can counter hack people.
Right. I believe I haven't heard about it or not, but yeah.
I have not heard about that.
They have the authorization. They have the authorization for these kind of financial hack things, you can say.
The Federal Trade Commission can hack. Oh my god. Well, I don't know. I mean, it just still seems like this is a whole middleman thing going on here.
No, it's not like that. The thing is, as of now, you are talking to your bank, and
Uh-huh.
we can have
Steve from
words
Bank of
about your
America,
banking thing.
right?
Right. So we can only deal with your banking things. Once we're done with your banking, once we secure your banking and money, then we can go ahead and encrypt your account, and you're gonna go ahead and encrypt your identity. That's like a
It's gonna
procedure.
encrypt my identity. Okay.
Right. That means the hackers will not gonna access your information. They might, and in future also they will not gonna access your phone lines again. But yeah, if we gonna detect that if they had all of your information, suppose yeah, they're having all of your information, then it might be possible that we will going to provide you a new bank account, and we will going to transfer your funds to the different bank account with for you.
To a different bank?
No, to a different bank account. We will create a new bank account for you, like in the Bank of America, and we
Uh-huh.
will transfer your funds to your another one, and we
To
will
a
put
new
some
bank.
kind
Well,
of insurance.
I don't want to get a new card. I think that account has already been grandfathered into a lot of
Mhm.
old ways. I don't get overdraft fees. I have a
No, it's
much higher interest rate. I have a lot of things and perks because I've
you
been
will
with
get
that bank
all
for
the details,
25
and
years.
you will get all the things over there too. So don't
Well,
worry
they
about
told me
even
they
that.
couldn't do that last time. Last time I tried to get a fresh new account because of a compromised card 7 years ago, they told me the same thing. They would have to create a whole new account, but
because
I would lose every
because
single perk.
because last time you were not facing this kind of things. That's the difference.
Oh, it's a special situation.
Right, you can say that.
Oh man, I really should have bought that Norton LifeLock thing when I had the chance. It probably would have prevented my identity being stolen, huh?
You're talking about Norton?
Yeah, the LifeLock. They monitor your information on the dark internet, and it prevents you from getting your.
Miss Norton is not like that. You can say that the Microsoft people whom you're talking before, can help you in this thing. That the Microsoft people provided the program by Microsoft itself, so you don't have to go for any kind of third parties like Norton,
Well, I was
AEG,
using
Avast, or
Microsoft in
anything.
the first place, and this whole thing happened.
But yeah, it's the hackers will try to find some loophole in any situation, right?
Well, LifeLock has the word lock in it. That's pretty secure. Maybe Microsoft should make a Microsoft identity lock. That'd be a good
Might
idea.
be in future. Might be in future. The hackers can get into the Norton LifeLock too. They can find
Okay.
something in that too.
Well, I appreciate your help up to here, Steven, and I appreciate you referring me to the FBI. So I'm gonna go ahead and call them and
Nick,
explain the
that's what I'm
situation.
telling
And
you. I'm not referring to them. You have some
oh,
kind of misunderstanding in your mind.
I thought we agreed that was the right thing to do.
No. That's what I'm telling you. We are not agreed in that.
Well,
That's what I'm telling you.
if
That
I
yeah,
remember right, you said the FBI and the FTC will work together and they'll
right.
counter
Once
hack the
we
hackers, and I should just call the FBI when I'm in the Uber.
no. I never said that. What I told you before that once we cancel this thing, once we secure your money, then we can go for that way. That's what I was telling you from the past 1 hour. I can say
Oh,
one at the first, like our priority is to secure your money to cancel this transaction first.
oh wow, we have been on this phone call for a while, huh?
Right. So that my thing is that the priority is to cancel this transaction. After that, what you were gonna tell me, I can do. Like if you're gonna go by the FBI way, we can do it that way. And if you're gonna leave it on me, then I can do it my way too.
No, I will be held liable. On this is for your phone call recording, Steve, so you don't get in trouble. I will be held liable. When we get off this phone call, I will call FBI to go ahead and give you one less thing you have to worry about. So don't worry. And then I will go to the bank.
All right. Let's think about your way. If you're doing that way, then what will gonna happen? Can you tell me about that?
Well, I'll call the FBI and give
Uh-huh.
them the info and everything. I don't know what information they're gonna want from me, but I'd let them get on my computer too, just like I let Microsoft.
hmm
And
Uh-huh.
then I'll go to the bank and then do the $20,000 and give them a good excuse, and then I'll do the ATM thing, and then yeah.
Then how are you gonna do it? That's what I'm telling you. How are you gonna do it by your own if I will not gonna guide you about it?
Well,
Because you don't.
I didn't know that I would have to call you back after I called the FBI.
That's what I'm telling you.
I just go to the ATM and
no
it collects my information, and then it's done, right?
No, it's not like that. You don't know where the ATM is, right?
Well, I'm sure my Uber driver would be able to tell me where it's at.
Miss, it's not like that. That's what I'm telling you again and again. That if you're gonna like call the FBI in this thing, that how you can what is the possibility that it's always solved? Like because the thing is, the information that you were gonna provide in the front of the machine that will be provided by me.
The public blockchains, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's how they would be able to track it.
No.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm telling you, miss, because yeah, in these kind of cases that I will be providing some of the information that will gonna help you in this thing.
Oh, you started talking too fast, Steve.
That the thing is, in this kind of situation, I will be gonna provide is more info. Like I will gonna provide some information that will gonna help you in doing this thing.
Okay, well, what's the information?
That's what I'm telling you, miss. That you don't have to hang up this line.
Okay, but how am I gonna order an Uber?
You may I know like what is the make and model of your cell phone?
It's a Jitterbug.
It's a regular smartphone from Jitterbug.
I don't know if it's not a smartphone. My grandkids make fun of me about it. But I have a special thing that through my care program, I call it, they order the Uber for me, and it sends me text updates, and that's how I maneuver the Uber and tip and stuff like that.
Got it. It's like you can say like, do you know how you got? Do you know how to check the text messages? I believe you know that.
On my phone, yes. I get text messages and calls.
Perfect. Now, the first thing is, what I will do is, I'll transfer your call to the Microsoft people back. All right. And might be they're going to help you in this thing. They're going to tell you more about this kind of cases because you were facing this thing for the first time. So you're not aware of this so much.
Okay.
So they will going to tell you that, how this kind of thing works. Then they're going to tell you about how you can book the Uber, and I will going to tell you one more thing that last time, once you're done getting the Uber, then you can call the Microsoft people back and they were going to connect your call back to me again. So then we're going to process this thing further.
Okay, so I'm about to be transferred back to Paul, right?
Right. So that's what I'm telling you. You don't have to.
Paul will explain some more things, and then we'll get off the phone. I'll order my Uber. I'll call the FBI in the Uber, and then when I'm done with them, I'll call you back and then go to the bank.
That's what I'm telling you again and again. You don't have to involve anybody in this thing right now, because that's what I'm telling you again and again. That the priority is to save your money.
I thought you said to call the FBI, Steve. You're making me very frustrated here. You keep on talking about FBI, FPC, ATC,
right.
ATF, and all these other acronyms and all these other things.
Let me tell you when you have to do that. Once you get the money from your bank, and once you deposit that money into that ATM, then you can do this thing. You understand this thing now?
Oh, after the ATM.
Right, because once you deposit the money into the ATM, that means then we can cancel this transaction, and then you can do it by your own.
So the
then
money,
you can call anybody.
Money first, and then FBI. Well, money, then you, then FBI.
Right, that's what I'm telling you.
Well, you should have told me that in the first place, Steve. You should have told me that in the first place.
That's why I was telling that there's some kind of misunderstanding, but I was trying to tell you this thing again and again. So
Steve,
once we cancel this transaction, then you can do it.
Okay, well, to connect me back to Paul, then let me see what he has to say.
All right, just stay on the line. Stay on this line. This call will be transferred to Paul back. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Bye, Steve.
All right, talk to you soon.